Good day, everybody. Bernard King and Michael Red on Face Football. Back, everybody. How you guys doing on this wonderful Wednesday? This is your daily NFL and college football news blitz. So, first things first in the NFL. Rashee Rice was released yesterday after serving a 30-day jail sentence. So he's pretty much out of jail. And let's see where he goes from there. I think he's probably going to be back with the Chiefs and things of that nature. Pretty much, get himself back into the groove of football because training camp does start next month. Actually, well, maybe like a month and a week away from training camp to football gets back in the season. It looks like it was almost yesterday since football ended. But anyway, he's been released from jail. Hopefully he can get back, to normalization and things of that nature. Now, moving on to another story. The Falcons quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., has not been cleared by the doctors to practice 11-on-11 drills, so pretty much he's still been held up. No, not held up, but still hasn't been checked out to participate in any kind of practice and things of that nature. We'll see how these things going on. Now, as of right now, Tua Tagovailoa, relatively is going to be getting all the snaps as we speak. Like I said, training camp is coming up next month. Hopefully he'll be cleared before then or right before then, by then. If not, hopefully sometime in, beginning to mid-August where he could start, back doing his participation in 11-on-11 drills. Now, moving on to another story in the NFL. Alden Smith, like I said, he passed away. It was a sudden death at the age of 36. He was found unresponsive and died. His family has relatively agreed to have his brain to be checked for CTE. He had been complaining. He had been struggling with the something for years. He had been trying to recover from, and that might have been that may be the cause of death due to the CTE, the effects of it, things of that nature. So we see how that goes along. RIP, rest in power, rest in peace. A shout out to the family. My condolences, thoughts, and prayers. Now, moving on to another story in the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles have signed Eric Escuma. Yeah, wide receiver for the Dolphins. Pretty much Dolphins cleaning the house, still trying to get rid of everybody, trade people, not signing people, things of that nature. So the Philadelphia Eagles wind up picking them up. So hopefully, he can help backfill that, receiving room, things of that nature. So let's see how that goes along as he progresses on the team, things of that nature. Now, last story today, Brendan Sorsby, due to the Texas Tech controversy and him being reinstated or temporary injunction, we was allowed to play 2026 in the NFL. Pretty much Brendan Sorsby has relatively declared for the compensatory draft, and he has been linked to the Dolphins. So pretty much he could be backing up Malik Willis and things of that nature. We see how that goes down. That's news I have for you guys today. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Peace out.